our series on special purpose properties and going concern analysis, all part of our Heron Company's Appraisal Wisdom in 5 Minutes channel. Most properties are general purpose properties and can be evaluated very reasonably with the sales approach, income approach, and sometimes the cost approach. Special purpose properties need to be identified and they need to be considered along with the going concern analysis, because the business operation and the real property are much more interwoven than in a general purpose situation. You may recall we listed 4 primary questions to ask to help us identify whether or not a subject property is a general purpose or a special purpose property. Does the property have some unusual features or materials that make it somewhat less flexible and less likely to be converted to a number of other uses? Is there potentially a limited pool of buyers for that property type? Is the property likely to be used by the owner for his own business, relying on the physical characteristics like a wash tunnel or the dispensers, versus other independent entities using that property for their businesses, likely as tenants? And then fourthly, we mentioned that oftentimes a special purpose property will involve a transaction where the business value sells along with the real property value. On a special purpose property, the value is heavily derived from the business operation, the business income, not rents. And so it's very important to understand how that business operation works and go from there with multipliers on gross income or a multiplier on net income, a cap rate, some type of analysis. The sales approach is useful and more so with some property types than with other property types, depending on the market. A hotel has a more finite relationship between the revenue and the number of rooms, for example. You have 365 days in the year and perhaps 100 rooms, right? So you have 36,500 room nights. So that all works together such that the price per unit analysis of a sales comparison approach works better for a hotel than it's likely to do for a gas station or a car wash. Certain special use properties, fast food restaurants, for example, can sometimes be analyzed without a full going concern appraisal. You'll want to be able to talk about this with your appraiser before you engage them. You'll want to be sure that the appraiser understands this. The Appraisal Institute and the American Society of Appraisers provide courses. These are 2-day courses where they work you through the going concern analysis and separating out the various components of the going concern value. I would encourage a client to ask whether or not your appraiser has taken that course from either of those 2 providers. Or if you're appraising the business value of an engineering company that we mentioned before, the engineering company in Unit 310 of an office building, and you want to know what that engineering company is worth, the business value itself is not that tied to the value of the building in which they lease space, right? And you could reasonably hire a business appraiser to appraise the business value of the engineering company and have a separate appraiser appraise the building in which they lease space. That is not unreasonable for a general purpose. You do not want to do that for a special purpose property. Again, they're all woven together, and you really want one appraiser to deal with the whole thing and then allocate the value. The total assets of the business is referred to commonly as the going concern. That consists of real estate or real property. You've got FF&E, which is personal property, but it's tangible. Countertop coolers for soft drinks, that would be FF&E, and then the intangible business value on top of that. We'll be touching on some of these topics in other videos as we go forward, and I would encourage you to be sure you've subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of those future episodes. Please share with anyone in your firm that you think might benefit from these. We'd be glad to hear any comments down below. If there's something that we should have covered, something you'd like to see us go after, please let us know there. And I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon. So thanks so much for spending your time with me.